Religious workplace wouldn't give me time off for my grandma's death. This was a few years ago, but I'm still salty about it. I was doing out of school care with kids. I also knew my grandma's health was going downhill. I informed my work in a near future I would need to take some time off and drive the 12 hours to my hometown to see my family. I got a call a few weeks later that the time was coming and I needed to go say my goodbyes. I told my work at first they were fine. Then when I was in my hometown, my grandmother passed away. I was very close with her and I took it very hard. My work told me I get my 3 unpaid days off and have to come back after that. Now keep in mind, this is a childcare company that values religion and family. Blah blah blah. I told them I was not mentally ready to come back. I didn't want to deal with all the kids' questions. And even when you try to hide your sadness, they know. They are so smart. So I went to a walk-in clinic, explained my situation to my doctor, who was beyond pissed that she even needed to write a note for me to take time off. I told her a week should be fine. She said I'll write 2 weeks just in case. Emailed a copy of the doctor's note to my work and took the full 2 weeks. They were so salty after I came back. Don't sit there and praise your amazing values when you don't have basic human decency. I've found religious employers want you to obey authority figures without doubt, and maintaining faith that the authority figures are correct. My experience has been the more openly religious, the worse an employer. Friend of mine worked for a religious nursing home. His grandmother lived with them. When she died, he was not allowed to take time off because she was not immediate family. His choice was to go to work or get fired. This same place went into lockdown with a decent snowstorm. One of the nurses lived a block away and had some youngish, early teens and a 10-ish-year-old kids at home alone. After working 48 hours straight, she wanted to go home, get changed, and make sure her kids were okay. She was told if she walked out the door, she would get fired. She walked. I used to be the HR enforcer of bereavement time. If it was a situation where someone needed more time, you'd better believe I gave them all the tips and tricks to get more time. Yeah, I don't do HR anymore. I didn't like enforcing rules that I hated. I'm sorry for your loss. I remember when I lost my grandmother and I had to fly back for her funeral. It was all very last minute, and the first thing out of my supervisor's mouth when I told them I had to go back for her services was, "When will you be back?" Quote, "No condolences." I came back and pretty much found a new job after that. I would start looking, just to have options. And also because I can't work for a company where they don't have common decency. Some people figure that being ostentatiously religious gets them all the good person points they will ever need, so they don't need to waste energy on getting extra good person points by doing stupid stuff like actually being a decent human being. The fact that they don't think being kind to other people is worth doing for its own sake is proof that they're not getting as many good person points as they think they are. Values only matter when they're inconvenient. Probably a church of the checkbook too. In times of death, family always comes first. Working at a church-run preschool single-handedly killed my faith. All those petty, hateful, small-minded people, bleating about love and kindness and how changed and good they were. As a general rule, the more a person publicly espouses their faith, the worse of a person they are. I've found applies equally to companies. Religion is used to camouflage their true nature. Hugs. Those who bleat the loudest often are the ones least qualified to do so because they believe they're the ones doing the most. Because they're the ones proclaiming their virtues the loudest. I see your faith has taught you everything except compassion. Childcare businesses survive on reputation alone. Can yours? I think your title says everything and the rest is a, what the heck are you thinking? Companies that value family walk the walk. This one doesn't. Why are you still there? This isn't malicious compliance. It is corporate abuse. Take the time off and start looking for a new job. Quit. That values religion and family. Who told you that? Them? The more they preach about love, Jesus, God, and such, the more I want to put one hand over my wallet, two over my ears, and one over my crotch. People in their pathetic little Bronze Age cults are the worst kind of scum I find.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.